Hello, this is the first tune for your car, Mr. Simplistic. I've recorded everything. Alright? I'm telling the truth. It's a good tune here. Alright? Here's your setup, go through, pause if you want. I sent you the screenshot, so you should be fine. Alright, everything's here. This is the same suspension, I should let you know, as what you had. Alright, the exact same. I didn't touch it, didn't have to. The car actually felt quite nice. Alright, wheel width, if you have your own wheel width that you'd like to use instead of mine, go right ahead. This was kind of rushed, or just make it look decent. Alright, so if you have your own, you're free to put it on, not important, alright? Drivetrain, leave it rear wheel drive, do not touch that. Differential, this part's important. Alright, 10, 150. Put it at that and leave it there. Alright, that's important. I've had people not do that for my top speed tunes and they've lost like 15 mile an hour of top speed. Alright? It's pathetic. Don't do that, alright? Next part, steering. The most important part right here, alright? Is what gets you around the corners and all that. I'm not going to explain it. Alright, here it is. 100, 300, 220, 90, 360, 90, 220, 250, 252, 2. Alright, gearing. You can put it at 4 flat, or you can do this. Alright, with the 40-0, with the 40-33, you can do either one. I don't care which one you do. Alright? I do want to mention that this is important because this is a part of what helps you put in power at the low end speeds, alright? So if you walk around with this, your car won't feel as powerful, or it'll start doing some weird shit that you don't want it doing, alright? So don't fuck with this, don't fuck with the gearing, don't fuck with the steering. If you want to fuck with the suspension because there's body roll and that'll make the front tires clip, come to me first, I'd say, and I'll try to find a way to keep the fitment and make it to where it feels good and it doesn't clip. It's not easy. You'll either have to make it feel not as good, because suspension can in fact mess with how the how the drifting feels. It'll make you spin out much more easily. It can do a lot of crazy things. This game is surprisingly realistic with the suspension, so you should definitely be careful with that. Alright. And that would be all for the explanation. Now to test out your tune. So we're going to take your tune here. And I'm just going to drift it for a bit, you know? I'm going to move my keyboard. I don't usually have my mic here. Okay, here we go. Now I should note that drifting is not easy. Drifting is a challenge. It takes some skill to do. If you want lessons, the first tip I'm going to give you is to try playing Drift Paradise. This tune is partially inspired by the game, while also being inspired by someone else's tune on this game. That person is also a very talented drifter and arguably better than me. So I want you to keep that in mind when you try this tune out. If you're maybe having trouble getting around the corners without spinning out, other things like that. Make sure to turn off traction control by pressing T, and you'll know it's off when you see this red symbol here. That means it's off, alright? People say that means it's on. That would be stupid, because traction control means that it's going to grip up better, alright? So why would it grip up less if it's glowing red? That makes no sense. Anyways, as you can see, the tune's working pretty well. I have to get warmed up because I'm not used to my current setup. Oh god. Now this is raw footage here, so I'm going to let errors be errors. Now, you know, I did mention that there were power issues with third gear. And oh, it's raining. Okay, I was going to show you that it's fixed, but there's no point in trying to show that now because there's rain, and I could probably run fourth gear now. Yeah, I can. And the rain, I should also note, it feels very different, and that you're going to want to use the lower gears so that you have more control over your car. I can make it easier for you, even though I personally don't want to, and I will raise the price if you do make me do that. So, do not make me make it easier. That would, oh, shit. Sorry, I haven't done it in the rain in a long time here. I've just come out with excuse after excuse, man. But, nonetheless, as you see, it's a very good tune. I just have skill issues of my own. Make sure to, oh shit. Yeah. Yeah, it will be rough trying to drift in the rain, because it's going to be hard to know how much speed you really need, unless you're very experienced with it, because it is definitely very different from normal tarmac. You need to give yourself a lot more room just to hold handbrake and kind of lose some speed, get rid of some of that momentum, you know. It's quite a, oh shit. It can be quite tricky in the rain, and the rain can last for quite a while. Now I'm going to go to a track that I commonly test my cars on. It's going to take a moment to get there, so I thought I'd show the top speed even though we're in the rain. This is your acceleration in the rain, but this is just drift tires. I cannot do anything about this really. Some cars will accelerate fast regardless. They just have better grip. It's not as much that you can do about it as you may think or want to believe. Maintain third here, even though you can go at a pretty high speed. Again, a lot of rain. Shift down into second because you want, again, that control, and also you don't gain as much speed in a low gear. Sit here, take this corner here, alright. Go over here. Alright, pop it to fifth, mid-drift. Alright, sometimes you'd pop it to fourth. This car does not need it. Quite a long third gear, which is part of the reason that it has, or that it would normally have, power troubles in third when there's normal tarmac. It's quite a long gear actually. Third gear going to 100, especially with considering what fifth and sixth goes to, it is quite long. And sixth is quite a bit shorter than that. Drifting BMW there. We're gonna use all the road we can here. Alright, and we're gonna come out. Now next up, we're gonna go to another spot of mine. Over here, we're gonna head over to the hospital. Coming in here. Immediately got this little circular area, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Alright. Right over here. Got some parking lots to do some work on. This is a good area to take. You can also... Actually, no, I'll leave the rest up to you. This is just to prove that this tune is good. Damn it. I tried. Alright. Hopefully you're satisfied. If you're wanting tips on how to drift better, go ahead and let me know. I do drift quite a lot, so I imagine this tune might be difficult for other people. Yeah. Hopefully you're happy with it.